Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Richard McQuaid. I'm with Hewlett Packard Enterprise. I wanted to share with you real quick an overview of what Hewlett Packard is doing at the show this year. Excited to be back again. This year we're sharing not only our latest server products with performance, the scalability, and the energy efficiency, but we also wanted to give an overview of what we're doing along the lines of OpenBMC enablement across our Gen 11 ProLiant servers. The scope of servers includes AMD, Intel, and Ampere-based processors, our RL300. What we've done at HPE is we're not publishing or building or maintaining an OpenBMC firmware image. What we've done is with our ProLiant server, which is delivered with our ILO 6 BMC controller on it, we have a process where we enable the customer who builds their own OpenBMC firmware image the way they want to place that on our ProLiant servers through a process we call transfer of ownership. This process is part of ILO, so if the customer is interested in putting OpenBMC firmware on our ProLiant servers, they would buy an off-the-shelf ProLiant Gen11 server. Once they buy that, they come to me. I work with the PMO, and we go through the process, the overview of how to securely build files that will enable that Gen 11 server, and with the proper signing on their firmware, they will be able to load their OpenBMC firmware into ILO. ILO will then flash it basically over top of itself, reset, and come up into the customer's OpenBMC firmware environment. From that point on, you are in the customer's OpenBMC firmware stack, and ILO is no longer on the server. We're taking that strategy of not publishing, but basically unlocking that door, stepping aside, and allowing the customer to do what the customer wants to do with their OpenBMC firmware image. From that point on, they own that software stack on that server. We provide them a path from ILO, HPE ILO, to their OpenBMC firmware, and if they decide to redeploy those servers in a different role, we also provide them a way to come back to ILO if they're more into more of an enterprise role that they want to transition those servers to. So we think that's a big value add to allow them to go to and from, and also just stepping out of the way. We're not a man in the middle. We don't have our hands in their OpenBMC firmware or anything like that. They take full ownership of that software stack from that point on. This year, over in our booth, we're demoing the RL300. We're showing the RL300 doing some AI inferencing, but we're also demoing a sample OpenBMC image on the server. Over in the Experience Center over here, we have our HPE engineers who are directly involved with the OpenBMC enablement, uploading patches to GitHub, and working directly with customers to get them started with their OpenBMC development once they come to us and let us know that they're interested in that. So I would encourage you to stop by the Experience Center with the booth right over here, speak with one of my colleagues, Charles Kearney, and get some hands-on involvement with that. You can see that process going to and from. Very short process, very quick process, very secure process. We recognize that there may be a vulnerability window there, and we wanted to make sure we lock that down in Gen 11, and that's why we support the transfer of ownership from Gen 11 forward. We can't, from Gen 10 back, we can't. We've actually made a design enhancement to include a secure element on our board that would lock down that security. Through a very short process where, we trade secure file signatures and that way ILO will recognize the firmware, recognize the unique customer's firmware. So it would be unique for each customer. It's not just a general key that you would unlock it. But that's pretty much what we're demoing today. Again, I encourage you to stop by, talk with Charles and other colleagues that are over there. showing the actual transfer of ownership process. And we also have, we make use of the OSFCI tool, where you can do some preliminary development, updates, and testing on your images if you don't want to do that testing directly on hardware, directly on production hardware. There's a level of insulation there where you can, if you make a mistake, that tool's great because you can just end a session with that tool, restart, make your fix, and then go back in and start with your testing again. We have through the OpenPMO, we have, we walk you through the process of engaging with a proof of concept program, and we go over all of the signing requirements and all the expectations and requirements that would be involved when you have your OpenBMC on that server. So again, my name is Richard McQuaid. Richard McQuaid, I'm here. I actually run the PMO, the OpenBMC PMO at HPE. If you want to stop by and get some more information from me, I'd be happy to hear from you. Reach directly out to me, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. And that's about it. Like I said, I encourage you to stop by the Experience Center, come by the booth, see the RL running, see OpenBMC running, and experience what the actual process is. We'll walk you through that. Okay. Thank you.